Think about your daily digital life. You wake up with your smartphone screen and then you look at your smartphone more than you look at your partner. No love lost over there. And when you're about to end your day, the last thing that you see is your smartphone screen. While I never recommend people watching their screens for such a long time because it's bad for the eyes, I know I sound a little hypocritical because you're watching this video on a screen, but even if you have to look at a display, at least get a good one. But what really qualifies as good, especially if you are in a budget, even if it's something as small as this or something bigger? And that's exactly, we are reviewing two devices today. This one is the Redmi Note 15 making a comeback in the Note series, and the other one is the Redmi Pad 2 Pro. Now, if you're looking for budget-friendly options, one that offers a decent design and a good display, and the other one gives you almost a mini theater experience, then this one you should definitely watch. First up, let's talk about this one, the Redmi Note 15. The moment you pick up the Redmi Note 15, you realize Xiaomi is clearly trying to flirt with the flagship category. I mean, the curved AMOLED display instantly makes the phone look more expensive than it actually is. I mean, it's like the kind of phone you casually place on the table and people just look at it and get curious. How much is this phone? The screen is smooth thanks to the 120Hz refresh rate, colors look rich, and the brightness is strong enough to survive the Indian sunlight, and it also works fine even if you are using the phone in the smog. This joke is especially for the people who live in Delhi. It's also surprisingly light and slim and comfortable to hold. You even get an IP66 rating, which means a little rain won't send you running towards the rice bowl, because that's exactly what you do when your phone falls into the water, right? Now, the only small drama here is the curved screen itself. I mean, it looks great, but isn't it time already that curved screen designs ended? And finding a screen protector for curved screen is a pain. Otherwise, it is a great display. It has HDR10 plus, it has PWM dimming, and also it's pleasant to look at. Inside, the Redmi Note 15 runs on the Snapdragon 6 Gen 3 processor, which essentially is the kind of processor that minds its own business, gets the job done quietly, but is almost 3 years old, and that could be a problem when you are putting in money to buy a phone in 2026. However, day-to-day tasks, social media, YouTube, switching between apps, everything runs smoothly, so no complaints in that department. And you will also be able to play some graphic-intensive games, maybe PUBG or even Call of Duty Mobile. However, the moment you push the graphics, that's when the phone will start to struggle, so it's not meant for that. The good thing is Xiaomi is promising long-term updates, so this phone won't start feeling old emotionally or technically anytime soon. HyperOS also deserves some credit. It's fast, it's colorful, and does not make the smartphone look overwhelming or heavy with bloat in any way. However, let's be honest, this is not a phone that people would want to play graphic intensive games set on ultra extreme mega max settings and expect magic. I mean, yes, it can game, but absolutely doesn't flex in terms of being a gaming smartphone. And even if you look at the benchmark numbers, they are not as impressive. So clearly, Xiaomi is not looking to impress you with all of the specifications. Rather, it's offering you practicality, which in 2026 for a budget phone is something that you should look forward to. Also, you do get a few pre-installed apps, which you will probably spend the couple of first 15-20 minutes uninstalling, which you mostly do. I mean, why would you want bloat on your phone, right? The big talking point here is the rear 108 megapixel camera that Xiaomi has added on this one, which could clearly be a game changer if you're looking to buy a phone like this. In good lighting, the photos come out sharp, detailed, and very Instagram friendly. Yes, there is optical stabilization which helps you at night and also while you are shooting. Selfies are clean and natural, good enough for video calls, and even the portrait mode is impressive. Where things become a little average, I feel, is the ultra wide angle lens. You get an 8 megapixel lens in this one, and the results might not be as impressive what you get in the competition in this category, and that's where I feel the camera system kind of gets left behind. Plus, there is no telephoto lens either, so zooming in is mostly software doing all of the hard work. But on a budget phone, I feel it's still good enough. This smartphone comes with a massive 5520 mAh battery, which is easily one of the best batteries that you can get in this price segment. The good thing is that you are getting an all-day battery, and it's one of those phones that you don't have to worry about by the evening hits. You can still do a lot and not panic, and by the end of the day, when I was using this, I was left with around 25% charge, which isn't really bad. You also get 45 watt fast charging, which is quick enough and gets your phone from 0 to full charge in around an hour, which is good. But is it the fastest charging tech in the market? Absolutely not. I mean, there are smartphones in the market that give you 120 watt fast charging, which are relatively more expensive, but they can charge your phone faster than you can change tires on F1 cars. So that tech is impressive. This one is decent. So if I have to give a verdict, I will say the Redmi Note 15 is like that well-dressed, ideal friend and companion that really doesn't outshine every other person in the room, rather just sits subtly and, impresses regardless. I mean, it is reliable, it is stylish and always shows up on time, and you are getting a gorgeous display with this one. The battery life is good, the camera is decent, and overall, if you're looking for a phone in the 25 to 30K category, this is a good option to have. And I'm not saying that the competition is not available. You have the OnePluses, you have the Note series as well. There are a lot of phones in the Realme categories, but when Xiaomi is giving you a smartphone, it is loading it with good specifications, and the Redmi Note series is known to be a good series for Xiaomi, which is why it's one of the top selling phones in the Indian market. So I would clearly say it's not built to dominate the budget and the mid-range sector. However, if you're looking for a comprehensive option which not only gives you a good display but also gives you good battery life, then the Redmi Note 15 is a decent option to consider. Now let's talk about the bigger brother of this one. No, not this big brother, the tablet. The Redmi Pad 2 Pro is an ideal companion for binge watchers. I mean, just look at that 12.1-inch display. I mean, this is the reason why companies like Netflix, Amazon, and even Prime Video developed tablet-specific applications so that you can sit and binge watch on screens like these. The sharp 120Hz refresh rate keeps everything silky smooth, and the size makes it feel almost like a portable TV rather than a tablet. The metal body feels premium and sturdy, and then add quad speakers on this one which support Dolby Atmos, and your experience just is mind-blowing. However, I would recommend that you do not turn the volume all the way up, because that just blasts the video and just kills the experience. The one thing that you need to be prepared for is the size and the weight, because this one is not light in the hands. Yes, it is 12 inches, but you need to understand that this is a tablet, so it will take a toll on your hands if you are not, working out. So you need strong hands for this one. Powering the Pad 2 Pro is the Snapdragon 7S Gen 4, which is an upgraded version of the previous 7S. It's smooth for everyday tasks, handles multitasking well, and casual games run without complaints. You can also use the split screen view and run multiple applications, and also attend video calls, and all of the work documents, everything, practicality has been bundled into this tablet. So for basic daily work, this is ideal. HyperOS on a larger screen feels clean and easy to navigate, and that's something a lot of people will appreciate, that they haven't added a lot of clutter on this one. However, when you're using this tablet, keep expectations real. This is not a gaming tablet. It's not trying to replace your laptop, and you will not be editing 4K videos or playing the heaviest games at max setting. Yes, all of the Android apps are compatible and you are getting the basics over here, but be a bit realistic with your expectations and don't consider this one to be a powerhouse. Rather, use it like a practical solution. The good thing is, to enhance the utility, you also get this keyboard which is connecting via Bluetooth, and also get a stylus. However, both of them charge separately via USB-C. In terms of functionality, I was using this keyboard. Typing is good, tactile feedback, and all of the keys are decent enough. Yes, it does not have a trackpad, which could be a deal breaker, but then you can always attach a mouse and use it. The stylus isn't as impressive as I expected, because yes, it does come with functionality buttons, but in terms of latency, when I was drawing, there was lag, and that's something that I at least faced. Maybe you have a different experience. Now, tablets and cameras have a very unconventional relationships, and I feel that they are there just to exist. That's about it. The Redmi Pad 2 Pro follows the same philosophy, because this one has an 8-megapixel front camera, which is fine for video calls, office meetings, etc. Where the rear camera is also of the same resolution, but it doesn't really serve any purpose. I mean, you would use it to click your Instagram photos or make videos. So it doesn't really make sense of having a camera at the back. Which is why I say you won't buy a tablet to shoot cinematic reels or vacation photos. So the camera which is on the front is mostly the most functional one, and it's a decent one as well. Talking about the battery, you are seeing one of the biggest batteries that you can have on a tablet, because the Redmi Pad 2 has a massive 12,000 mAh battery, and with regular use I got about 4 to 5 days easily, and that is impressive to have on a canvas like this. You can even charge your phones thanks to the reverse charging technology, which is mostly used in emergencies. Don't be lugging your phone and the cord every single time, because yeah, you have a power bank for that. While this can double as a power bank, don't use it for that. The only downside which I feel here is that the battery, while being naturally big, charges very slowly, because this supports 33 watt charging, and in 2026 if you have a tablet, 33 watts is just too slow. So yes, patience is required when you're charging this device, but again, if you look at it practically, think about it. You'll be charging this device maybe once every 4 to 5 days. So even if it's 33 watts, it's not really a deal breaker. So the Redmi Pad 2 Pro is available in India in the 5G version as well, and priced between 25 to 30,000 rupees, which is decent pricing for a tablet like this. However, it is dangerously close to the OnePlus Pad Go 2 and also the Samsung Tab series, and that makes it a little difficult for Xiaomi to convince people to go for this one. Yes, it does offer the big battery, the smooth display, the speakers are good, and also the performance is dependable. Everything wrapped into a premium looking body like this. However, you should look at the Xiaomi tablet purely as an entertainment solution, because it is not, I would say, a powerhouse. If you're looking for more functionalities, more premiumness, you're better off going for tablets in the 40K plus segment. However, in the more affordable segment, this is a practical solution and something that, you know, offers you all of the good things: a good battery, a premium display, good sound quality, and a very sturdy looking design. So this was a comprehensive review of the new Redmi Note 15 and also the Pad. Let me know in the comment section what you think about these devices, and if you have any questions around them, just write in the comment section and we will get back to you. Till the next video, this is Cyrus signing off. Take care.